Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I wanted to wish you a wonderful day. I'm going to talk about a few ideas, but first, I wanted to thank you for all your support. For it's been very, very meaningful for me. Everything that's all this community out on YouTube has been very, very. A great, it's been a great deal of comfort and support, and so I wanted to thank you for listening and listening to my video, for subscribing, for commenting, for liking, for sharing, and for your donations as well. They're very useful for me right now as well. And if you want a private session, do not hesitate to get in touch with me through email. I wanted to speak about the Zoo series. It's a scientific series about extraterrestrials. I'm going to pull a few cards of the Dakini, and I'm going to talk about ghosts. Spirit has asked me to talk about ghosts, so I'm going to talk about ghosts, and then talk about the non-time. Is how to find joy. Joy is discovered through the non-time. So this Zoo series is a series that contemporary scientists have been questioning the idea of extraterrestrials. For it's a question and something that's been questioned. And so, but the Pentagon has been releasing all kinds of documents that they recognize the fact that there are things, there are spaceships in the sky that they've encountered. They cannot explain, so they have to recognize the fact. But for me, it's like for decades I've been traveling in the higher realm, connecting to extraterrestrials group and traveling in visiting spaceships, starships, motherships, small ships, big ships, all kinds of ships, sometimes even from all kinds of civilization. I've visited many planets. I wrote a book. I put the introduction below. It's called Beyond the Veils of Illusions. I might call it When I Dream Not I Am, but it is a preview. It's not fully translated in English, but there is the 5 first chapters that are translated in my playlist. It's about teaching how to travel in the universe without having to create a vessel, a physical machine. I've traveled for many years. I've been traveling in the universe, but my physical body has never left the planet. I have opened the crown chakra, the doorway to the sky, and then I transfer my consciousness. For we learn to do that in groups as well. We can do that collectively into the astral and spiritual body, and that allows us, for our consciousness, for ourselves, to move into this higher realm and have all kinds of, as we learn to become adept to it, we become more tuned to those frequencies. For if we want to communicate with any higher being, we have to tune in our frequency. It's like a radio station. We cannot communicate on a radio station if we are on a different wavelength. So we have to elevate our frequency, let go of the drama and the problems, and just breathe, relax, do something to relax, and then you can tune in and have meaningful conversations. And during the scientific communities, I've been envisioning, we'll come to realize there is countless civilization. For me, it is not a possibility or probability; it is a fact. But for all things, everything I'm expressing or anyone else, is just use your discernment, see if it resonates, if it vibrates well in your heart, or if it creates a knot in your belly. If it's not a knot in your belly, it's not necessarily a truth that is for you. But if it resonates with your heart, that means there is some truth for you to discover, for the heart knows. So use your discernment always, and so we'll come to discover, and they will soon come to manifest themselves, that there are countless civilizations around us that are far more advanced. Some of them are millions of years ahead of us, but they're all benevolent beings. They are also dark extraterrestrials that, for the divine law said not to interfere with the human society. So all the extraterrestrials that were aligned with God and the human and the divine law did not interfere all that much. Sometimes Ashtar just made transgressed it through hijacking the BBC in the 70s, but most of they actually respected the divine law. It is just the extraterrestrials that are self-serving and to the agenda that came to this planet and to seek to put humanity in slavery. And this is really, but as the frequency of the planet grows, those extraterrestrials will leave the planet or will be removed. So we'll come to realize there are countless benevolent civilizations that are here to assist. And one of the series, there are many series about extraterrestrials in materialistic scientist programs. And one of them, I'm not sure who made it, but it will reveal to be the truth. It's called the Zoo series. It's like it's the scientists that emit the probability that there are a lot of advanced extraterrestrials, but they're looking at us like little animals. They see that we're not advanced enough for them to be able to communicate, for we're still fighting each other over race and religion and all kinds of things, when we should love each other, for that's what they discover, unity and love. And so we have to grow a little bit before we can make that contact. For human consciousness is very fragile. Everything is revealed step by step. When we're ready to find something, our soul, our spirit, our guides and creator will reveal it to us. So this theory will definitely prove to be the one, and the zoo theory is that there are countless civilizations that they are in cloaked ship. They're not visible in the third dimension, but they can manifest. Sometimes they appear in form of clouds, and there will be more and more apparition in the sky of the diverse civilization that will make their presence known. But they do not want the one from the Galactic Federation and the Intergalactic Federation of Free Worlds will not want to make people afraid of their presence. For fear is really what's been cultivating here, and they're really anti-fear. For fear is the antithesis of love, and love is really what we seek to unfold, and love is the cure for fear as well. I'm just expressing my ideas here, and sometimes they may be a bit advanced of their time. But we're preparing ourselves for very much for there may be some big events that are coming before the end of the year, the months even. So the card of the day, I'm going to put a few cards of the Dakini, is temptation. Temptation is an invitation. It is an open door. So do not use your judgment. Use your discernment in relationship to all that. What comes to us around the situation is self-preservation. It's this inner sanctuary that we have discovered. When there is too much drama, we have to forget the history, let go of it all, and go inside where there is this sanctuary of peace inside. What we see before in our conscious mind is recall, it's memory. For we have to forget the past, forget the history, forget the success, forget the failures in order to move into this non-time. That's what I wanted to discuss as well. This is where we find joy, when we have no more memory that can prevent us from being at unity, at peace with ourselves. In our subconscious is the Lord of Obstacle. It is Ganesh, the divine director. It is the essence of wisdom. We have discovered, so we are awakening to this possibility that first there is all the mainstream people, a lot of people that are believing everything they've been told, that the media is the truth, whatever the media tells them. Then there is another level of people that are called conspiracists that says, no, it is not the truth. We're going to fight you. And everything is useful. Everything is part of a process. Then there is the third level where we can see that there is no need to fight. We just let it unfold. We fulfill whatever we are called to do. And there will be a fourth level that will be bringing us to our empowerment, our divine sovereign right and strength and authority, this divine authority that will be able to say, well, no, this is it. It is God deciding that through me and through all beings, in a non-violent way, of course. But when God decides, something will change, it will change, and it has to come from within the collective. Where we are now is the Mount Meru, the center of the universe. So we continue to focalize your mind on the center of the universe, on your creator, on the creator. For it is really what it is, a memory. It is something we recall, that connection, recall our eternal soul. What is coming in the near future is the pearl before swine. We're going to need to be very discerning. There are some people are not working with us or for us. So it's to see through the lies, to see the deception, to see people. There are some people that are using lies and truth to manipulate. So just see through that. Allow yourself to see through that, and not to allow yourself to give your power away. It's like either you choose to take the control of your own power, or you continue to follow, and then somebody makes the decisions for you. So we have to continue this passive resistance to all this craziness that will soon end, and then we're going to find the horseplay. We're going to be able to play, to have fun. Our strength within the situation is the burning bush, the lineage tree. It's a revelation. Light is coming. This information comes in through our dreams, through our intuition. What comes to us from the outside world is a deep end. We're really ending a cycle. There is really the end. This year is a transition year when we're moving from the old bipolar reality to the unipolar reality, the new age. But the human consciousness is very fragile. It has to come step by step, otherwise it will break up. So it's like spirit. It's like being, let's go one step at a time. What we see and feel in our emotion, hopes and fear, is mean and heavy. So if you feel mean and heavy, just let it go. Breathe, relax. relax, let go of judgment on yourself, let go of the pressure as much as possible, the tension. For do not be, the message of the card is to not be like the world. The world may be mean and heavy, but you do not want to be like that. You still have to be careful. What will come in terms of emotion is the wish fulfilling gem, this ability to share intimate relationships. And so it's going to be about love. It's going to be about focus on that and love, always focus on love, on joy. Remove, takes those time outside of time between the frame to let go of it all and just move into this nirvana of being, this state of joy. And the outcome is the cosmic carrot. Continue to follow your guidance, follow your heart, follow what comes to you, your inner self. Your inner self is guiding you step by step towards your freedom and liberation. So this cosmic carrot, we need to continue to follow the cosmic carrot. Sometimes we feel like, it's like a donkey that's like moving per the carrot. So we'll never reach the carrot, but it's okay. It's kind of guiding us where we need to go. We're going to find the oasis in the desert. So I hope this resonated with you. And so I wanted to discuss very briefly the idea of ghost for people, because the Spirit has asked me to speak about that. For what are ghosts? Ghosts are human beings that are disincarnate. They are completed their life plans, but they refuse the ascension. So they merge in, their consciousness was transferred into a parallel reality of the earth. That's a exact replica, but a fourth dimensional reality. That's why they can move through wall. It's not made of solid particles. And when we see a ghost, it's because our consciousness they make us tune into this fourth dimensional reality that looks exactly like the earth, exactly like the planes they know. But what we'll come to realize is that this is the greatest intellectual fraud ever. Because when Epicure used to say that when we are alive, we do not know death. But when we're dead, we cannot go back to say to people that death does not exist. So for me, those things are not they're not probability or possibility. They're certainties. But this understanding that death, for the great majority of human beings, death is the most beautiful day of life, because it's when the spirit is being separated from the body. It's like the silver cord that our soul, the soul connects us to the physical body is being cut off. It's like whenever we die, it is our program. It is sad to leave the people we love, but we'll see them again, and you can tune into them if you want to communicate with people that you love that passed away through your dream, in your dream, and then see that they are responding when you're ready, when there is no pain of the suffering, and that prevents them from returning the communication. For it is very, it creates a lot of pain to be separated from the physical presence of beings that we love. But we'll see them again, and to understand that when the spirit is separated from the body, the soul becomes aware of it all, about our life. There is this remembrance of our eternal nature. So it is a great deal of a moment of great liberation. Yet the afterlife is just as different as this life, and depending on how we live our life, the afterlife will be conditioned by the way our beliefs and so always call on God and the angels to assist you at the time, because we believe like death is for somebody else, but as mortal we all go through that. The only people that are not affected positively by the process of death is those who are the immortals, the Buddha, the saints, the immortals. Because when you're immortal, it's just you're just released from earthly responsibility, but your consciousness is already integrated as the immortal part of yourself. So you move from a status of terrestrial immortals to celestial immortals, like from Buddha to from Bodhisattva to Buddha, or whatever. But in the main, for the great majority of people, it is like a great release and this great wonderful memory. Yet there are people that do not refuse. Their guides comes to them, the angels come to them to assist them, and they do not want to. They want to hold on to their incarnation, so they are allowed to stay for hundreds of years, sometimes in this parallel reality. But a lot of them must be bored by now. So we do want to call on. Make a prayer, a request to God that all together, if you wish to participate, to ask that all the ghosts may be released from their reality and to be so that they can find a doorway to ascend when you move into a very old house, there is chances that there are those spirits that live there that are holding on. And so the best way to go about it is that for some of them that just arrived 3 weeks ago, that are the ghosts, that are young ghosts, is like they're gonna hold on. But those who have been here for hundreds of years, they may be tired of going in circle, and they will welcome the opportunity to ascend when the angels come to assist them in opening this doorway. But you can also open this doorway by burning sage, white sage, and it opens doorway, and so you with the intention of clearing up the space, and you move with your sage everywhere, in all the corners, in all the rooms, in all the closets, everywhere you go to, and you ask that all the spirits that are when you move into a house that may be free. And then you say thank you, and then you take a glass of water, you fill it up with water, and you bless it. You bring your light into the glass, into the water, or you ask your angels, or you ask God to do that for you, and then you're gonna spray holy water all over this dwelling or your house. And then you burn a white candle to consecrate the ceremony, so that only your higher guides will be invited, and only positive spirit will be able to live in your environment. For that can be an interest, useful whenever you move someone. You want to free the space, clear it up from an energetic level. So I just wanted to discuss that, because we're all. It is part of a process. For ghosts are not necessarily malevolent spirits; they're just trapped into a reality that is parallel, and they do not have. So, and sometimes they may be frustrated, and so they're trying to really interact with the physical world. They really don't know how to go about it. Yet there are human beings, that are cultivating the negativity all their life, that go into much darker form as well. That's how all the demons were created. They used to be human souls that turn into the dark side, as in Star Wars, but they will be liberated as well, and God will find a way at some point. For people do not believe that God will judge, for it is not God that judges, but they are celestial tribunals and beings that were created to discern with wisdom and to adjudicate certain realms. There are celestial tribunals, and this trial between Gabriel of Salventon against Lucifer has been going on for 200,000 years. Eventually, the Ancient of Days will render the judgment. The censor will speak, and everything will be settled. But for now, it is part of the expansion of the universe. There is all this planet we live in has never been censured by a censor. There's been some partial judgment, like the deluge, or this has happened in the past. And I wanted to also say that joy lies in the ability to stay outside of time, to remove ourselves from the knowledge of success and failure. For everything that exists in time will have to end, but our eternity of our soul will never end. We're eternal beings. We've always been, always will be. For our soul started at some point, but there is no end to the experience of the soul. And the mind is really the limitation. The mental body is the lower mental body creates separation and limitation, when true consciousness is about unity and inclusion. So prepare yourself for the 2021 to be the best year ever, the best year of your life, and will make up for the difficulty of 2020, which will be soon forgotten. I'm going to pull a few cards. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I am called to return to France. I'm not really sure. I don't have a clear plan ahead yet, but I'm getting ready. For the highest wisdom is a step ahead. We want to continue to listen to our heart and guides, and so we have a step ahead. For the world is going to be shaken up to the core, and so we know that we are prepared for that, and you'll be happy that you've made this preparation. What we need to understand is milk and honey. It's the good things of life, to test the good things of life, to enjoy life, and life is meant to be enjoyed as much as possible. To know what you want. It's this elephant that is bathing in honey. Milk. What we need to do is the crossroads. For at some point there is a choice that needs to be made. We go right, we go left. So go within, go towards the love. Make this choice for yourself. Nobody can make the choice for us to choose the ascension process, to choose to connect to our eternal soul. And the outcome will be the equitable being. It's going to be balanced, to be temperated. Justice is going to come into this world. We're going to be free, and the world will be free. It's taking a little while because human consciousness needs this time to evolve. But we're not dependent. Life is made on. It's very tailor-made for us. Our own reality is quite independent of anybody else. Yes, we are all connected. It is said all. It is paradoxal, but it is just the way it is. I'm going to sing this song. It's a song, an old song that talks about exploitation. To want to let go of exploitation. It's called Maggie's Farm. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. No, ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. When I wake up in the morning, fold my hands and pray for rain. Got a head full of ideas that are driving me insane. It's a shame the way she makes me scrub the floor. Ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. Ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. No, ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. Well, he hands you a nickel, he hands you a dime, he asks you with a grin if you're having a good time, then he finds you every time you slam the door. Ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. Ain't gonna work for Maggie's pa no more. Ain't gonna work for Maggie's pa no more. Well, he puts his cigar in your face just for kick. His bedroom window is made out of brick. The National Guard stands around his door. Ain't gonna work for Maggie's pa no more. Ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. Ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. Well, she talked to all the servants about man, God, and law. Everybody says she's the brain behind the pa. She's 68, but she said she's 54. Ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. Ain't gonna work for Maggie's farm no more. Ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. Well, I tried my best to be like I am, but everybody wants you to be just like them. They say sing while you slave, but I just get bored. Ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. That's an old song of Bob Dylan, very inspired as always. So Bob Dylan. And so he's a reader of the Urantia book. Bob Dylan has read the Urantia book, which is a book that really influenced my own consciousness. A book of revelation about the cosmos. And the card of the day is the 5 of Gabriel. It is really, it says you can undertake a challenge. Move away from people living tragic situation. So we have to be careful with this pearl before swine card, and to be very discriminating, not to hang out with people that are not working with us or for us, or to remove ourselves from people that are still processing all kinds of dramatic situation in order to not intake that drama for ourselves. Show patience towards yourself and others, and yet to be kind and compassionate, to understand, to feel out, because as we feel the pain of others, we do not want to take on their drama, but we want to be able to lend a helping hand when we can. I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.